All right. It's easy to start the stream up and get it going. I just have to always remember to watch it and make sure it's working. So I have to do that on a separate computer. So I've got two computers, three monitors. It gets a little much. So we're just waiting here for the oil open. That's all. We're waiting for the oil open. Waiting for Godot. It's not pronounced Godot, I heard. So, Arthur, this will be on YouTube. I think I should stream our classes on YouTube. It's on right now, but you're better off in the room because it's delayed. There's more latency on YouTube. There's like 10 seconds almost of delay on YouTube.
Oracle says equity deal on Michigan Center still on schedule.
It's weird. So there's our range starting to draw.
Seeing some upside in the
Today we're going to
S&P
do the
500 off the
range
back of that
trade in the
headline.
class.
US effective federal
Trap
funds
trade.
rate, free spot 64% unchanged.
Um, I only got here like 8:35. Arthur, you didn't miss anything. We weren't really scheduled to start until 8:45 this morning.
Oracle says Related Digital chose best equity partner on the
So
deal.
here's the actual oil open.
Feds Waller says stablecoins will be a plus for dollars
Looks like
value.
it went down
Booster demand for
4
government
ticks,
bonds.
5 ticks. I think I'd rather be filled long this morning though. But I'm not going to try to, I'm not out thinking it. I'm just going to
Spot
let it
gold
do what
rises
it
nearly
does.
1%.
Just letting it do what it does.
So a reminder, 5 minutes time, expecting comments from Feds Williams, speaking during the FX
Right now
Market
we're going to
Structure
get filled
Conference
short.
organised by the New York Fed. Text and Q&A are not expected, but
Order
there will be a live
submitted.
stream of the event.
I
Order
keep
submitted.
forgetting to get rid of the line. The line really bothers me. The line really bothers me. So I got a short fill.
Waller
I'd
says
love to
stablecoin will
see,
strengthen
I'd
demand
love
for
to
US
get an
dollars.
easy trade this morning where it hits the first target fast. I'm not sure we're getting so lucky all the time. We haven't had, um, I just want the first target to get hit. I'm, I can't take the stress this morning. I can't take the stress. It's too much stress every morning. So much stress. It really is stressful. Oil, you have to put your stop above the range. You have to. There's no there's no way around it. It has to be.
we have posted a live link to register for the video watching Feds Williams
Now we
speak.
just need a couple of ticks to hit
It
that
is on the feed
first
for those
target.
interested.
We only need a couple of ticks. We only need one tick. We need one tick.
Order filled.
We got it. I'm moving my stop to one tick below safety. One tick. If it changes direction,
There seems to
it's
be
going to be
currently a
too
problem
bad.
with the link we just posted for Feds Williams comments. It's
I'm
coming
very
up with an error, so
happy
we'll
we got
see
a
if we can sort
quick
that out for you.
first target. You can't lose. You can't lose. Let me think about that. So, Francis, we entered at the VWAP.
Close
It's
to their
right
website,
at the
OpenAI
VWAP,
introduces
though.
OpenAI Academy.
So
Can
it
use
could have
automation.
acted as support. Right, it could have acted as support, the VWAP. The VWAP could have been support. Now, I know managing the trade by moving my stop to safety may not always be the smartest thing to do. When I say safety, I just don't want to give up a first target winner today. I just don't. Because oil is more bullish than bearish.
So we've
And I'm
reposted the
feeling
link
like
again
we
on
got
the
a
feed. It
bonus
should work now. So
that we hit our
there is a
first
link
target.
for Feds
I'm
Williams
not trying
comments
to
on the
outthink
feed for
it,
those interested.
but just looking at the trend before the open, we were definitely more bullish than bearish. We did get a slightly bearish open. And I will trail one tick whenever I get the opportunity. But I'm not expecting very much more profit out of this. I'm tempted to take my winner and go home because the market is bullish. So I am being too aggressive on my trail because I think it's not going to go down all that much. Now, you know that I don't know what I'm talking about, basically. I'm just a regular guy who's been doing this for way too long and hasn't really learned anything in 9 years. And I'm not joking. um, so, but I want to make more than $60 on this trade. And the squeeze, I'm always watching the squeeze, Francis. I sleep with the squeeze. Sleep with the squeeze. We're getting more movement that I would have expected to the downside. I'm trailing my stop. If it wants to keep going, I'll expand my target in case there's a burst also. You know what happens. Sometimes you just get a big burst and all of a sudden your target is bigger, you make more money. Now I'm 5 ticks, 3 ticks now away from getting stopped out. Um,
Order filled.
so I got taken out with a $180 profit. I'm not feeling bad about that. Arthur, I see what you're saying. I'm not feeling bad about that. I'm not convinced oil is moving more to the downside as much as you think. I don't think it's going, I just don't see it going much further. But let's see what happens. There's really no great levels. It's far, far away from the low. So the low of day is not acting as a magnet right now. It just isn't. And I'm ready to walk away from oil. Let's go to the MNQ now. We made some nice money. Um, looking at, so Francis, author, great observation. I missed it. That burst in volume was the end of the down move temporarily. That was an up move. I wish that were green. I think that should have been a green momentum bar. Why is that a red momentum bar? I'm not sure about that. I would have thought that should have been a green momentum bar. Nevertheless, it's oil. You don't get 20 and 30 and 40 tick moves generally like you do at the MNQ. That on the MNQ, you might have got a 30, 40 tick move up. Because the volume is on a red bar. So what makes that bar? No, I know what you mean, Arthur, but I don't like to. Ah, okay. Up, I got you, Francis. That's right. I was not looking right. You're right, Arthur. Makes sense. It was a red candle. It was a red candle. So maybe those big volume moves are preceding
Feds Waller
the
says with
move
AI, I
up.
don't think it's a bubble. It's a real technology.
So I like that. The only problem with oil, it only went up. It went up 8 ticks. That burst was 8 ticks. You wouldn't have got all of it though. All right. Interesting. Nevertheless, I'm done with oil at the moment. Putting my cursor back, crosshair back to off. MNQ 0326 on this chart. So nice profit on the oil open. Let me make a new video. That's a great demonstration of a range trade. I'll use that in today's webinar. If anybody has a winning trade screen showing your money, send me the screen. I'll use it in today's webinar. So if you want to be famous, now's your chance. All right, let me just get set up here for our MNQ trade, our market open. So we could go back to our regular workspace. We can go back to two charts.
Venezuela's state-run PDVSA confirms its oil cargo deliveries are back to normal after a cyber attack. That's according to a statement.
Okay, so back to our normal charts. YM on the right, 0326. And then we have MNQ on the left. Look, oil's still going down. Son of a gun. Nope, that's gold. I'm sorry. I'm looking at gold. Gold. Look at the R signal. A great aftershock reversal signal on gold. Right there. Perfect Almost perfect. No stress, never made a new high. Touched it. Great trade. That was a great
According to
trade.
sources, Chinese
Thanks for the
researchers completed a working
screenshots,
EUV
everybody.
prototype in early 2025. The machine has not yet produced working chips, undergoing testing, according to sources. Exclusive government is targeting 2028 for working chips.
Thanks, Nitin. Thanks, Francis. I just have to always remember to take your accounts out of the pictures, right? Even though the account isn't
According to a statement, Venezuela's
full,
PDVSA
the
says its own
account's
tanker
not
fleet
full
operating
name,
normally.
if you know what I mean. Usually. Sometimes it is. So it's just everything that you have to do
Fez Wallace
is
says lower
work.
half of
The
economic
work never
distribution is
ends.
having trouble.
I'm glad the holidays are coming up. We'll get a little bit of a break. Not much, though. Not that much. Because there's always stuff to do. All right, so let's get ourselves in gear for the MNQ. Turning off my crosshair. MNQ 0326-26, so you know. And I like the MNQ. I'm staying with it on the market open, especially when I'm trying to keep this account alive, if you know what I mean, right? Arthur, the recording is on YouTube, pretty much from the moment that I said, what was it, like 8:40, 40-ish, and I'm still recording. We're still on YouTube. So we are streaming. If anyone's out there, say hello. Let us know you're out there. Watching the MNQ, markets are bullish this morning. Are they fanatically bullish? I don't think they're fanatically bullish. Net change display, usually the MNQ I put on points. And the MNQ is 49 points bullish. That's not bad. 250 ticks. Commodities have been selling off. Commodities have been selling off. So first things first, right click
German
the chart
Bundestag approves
and
defense
we'll put our
procurement
reverse
worth about 50
continue
billion euros.
on the chart. Change breakout to a reverse continue. Couple of positions, right? And then we have a target. We'll go for like a 40 tick target. And we always use a 75 tick stop. Usually I put 2 contracts on 1 position. Just looking for a scalp. Label it MNQ. Instead of calling it a reverse continue, you can call it an MNQ scalp if you want to. Reverse continue is way less scary for most people. And then that we trade, if we take that trade in our number 54 funded account. So we'll turn that on. And I'll also do the same thing in our YM account. We'll put on a reverse continue. I'll put 2 contracts on the YM today. I'm working on that number 28 account, see if we can bring it back. Or maybe I'll work on the number 23 account where it's not going to get traded.
Venezuela says crude exports continue despite blockade attempts.
30 tick target, 35 stop. That's our scalp on the YM. And I guess I'm going to work on number 28. Keep working on it. And we're going to label that YM reverse continue. So we have the YM reverse continue set up at the moment. I'll set up a magnet for the YM. High of day, low of day. We're way closer to the high, 580, but it's about 49 points away. Right click the chart, click strategy, double click magnet, high of day, low of day, putting it on 5 proximity, and I'm going to look for one position to take me out 3 ticks before the magnet, before the high, and then a second position to take me out 10 ticks above the high with a stop of 35. I do expect that we're going to go to the high and not the low. Same account, we'll do that in 28, account number 28. And we will label it YM magnet. All right, not complicated. There we go. And then we will put our charts. Make sure the chart is on 28. It is, and we'll turn on both of our YM trades. Now, when we turn the magnet on, we're going to enter. I want to enter about 11. Our first target. I don't think we're going to get to the low of the day. You could move your order all the way up and go for a test of the
Fedzwala says the
VWAP.
housing industry
Now,
being
one
held by the
thing on
prospective
this
buyer
chart,
job
my
market is
VWAP is not noticeable enough. I want to make the line on the VWAP heavier. So under plots, VWAP line, width, making it a number 2. You'll see it'll show up better on the chart. There it is. It looks better.
at
I don't think
9:30
we're
a.m.
getting to
Eastern
the
Time.
low
We're
of the
expecting
day.
Dallas Fed energy survey.
How many ticks away are we? Right now the price is 580. 200 ticks. It's not going to get there. Let me set up my MNQ. I think there's a real VWAP possibility here. There's a real VWAP possibility here. The quick and dirty way to do it is just move this order up. If the YM goes down, it'll fill here short, but it's still targeting the low of day. So if it gets filled, you got to bring your order up, your target. Because if it fills here, the target's going to be way down at the low because this is a high of day, low of day magnet, okay? But it is a way to get a quick double target, high of day on the upside, VWAP on the downside. You just have to remember, if you move that order entry, you're going to have to move your target, all right? I don't think that's unreasonable either. Francis, what did you send me a second screen? Oh, okay. I'll save that. Okay. So right now, if the YM goes up to the long side, I'm in auto mode. It'll take the trade. MNQ breakout, we got to set that up. Click on News Trader. It's on breakout. I'm going to load my template. Go to load, and we are MNQ open. New. MNQ new open, it's going to say. MNQ new open. It's dated yesterday, so I'm going to right click it and rename it to date it today, 12/17. And then I'm going to load it. That also saves it. It's a breakout trade that triggers at 9:29.59, 9:29.59, bracket of 40, targets of 30 and 70 on the MNQ. I'm going to go to break even minus 5. I don't know if that's going to really matter. I'm just going to go to break even. If it hits break even, I'm letting it take me out of the trade. If it hits my first target, I move my stop to break
According
even.
to Spanish Union
It
CCOO,
may be a
says
mistake
Amazon to cut
to do that. We've talked about
791
that, how
jobs in
that particular
Barcelona.
trade management might be too aggressive in protecting profit. So I'll have to think about it. Stop is 125. So the bracket is 40. Putting the time on 0 for a moment. We have a label on the trade. Breakout MNQ open. We're on sim because we want to see how wide our bracket is.
Order submitted. Order
See,
canceled.
it's kind of narrow.
Order submitted. Order canceled.
So we'll spread it a little bit. Just looking at the MNQ, it's not a bad magnet for high of day, low of day. If you don't like
That
trading the
concludes comments from
breakout,
Feds Waller.
the MNQ moves a lot.
Order submitted.
Excuse
Order
me, on the
canceled.
open. And magnet is not bad. High side is closer than the low side. You know, you're not going to be filled probably before the news unless there's a big. We do see these big moves at 9:25 sometimes. We do see it. I'm going back and putting the time on 9:29.59, bracket of 40, targets of 30 and 70 with a stop of 125. Getting the proper account. It's our 54. Apply it, okay it. Put chart trader on the proper account. Turn on the trade in the control panel, and now we're ready. We're just now waiting for the open. We have 2 setups on each instrument. Two settings on each instrument. Yeah, you know the big issue with MCL is getting enough profit to cover the fees. That's the problem with the micros. Did oil hit the second target, Francis? Is that what happened? We didn't watch it after our target and a half was hit. So we're just waiting now for the market to open. YM moving further away from the high. We do have the oil inventory report today. It's not a very enjoyable report to trade. I'm almost sorry I scheduled that trade room. It just doesn't offer a lot of opportunity for profit. It's not a very good moving event. Not like the old days when it really used to move. Now, the MNQ, the VWAP, would have been a pretty good target, right? VWAP was a good target. One thing you must remember is if you use a squeeze, it's got to be 17 momentum length and 20 on the squeeze length. 17 is very important.
1 minute remaining for the Dallas Fed Energy Survey. 1 minute remaining for the market on open imbalance.
So kind of
Nvidia
getting
shares
that
fall 1% to pre-market
MNQ
low.
5 minute before market movement. So the question is, will it change direction on the open? Is it going to shoot down first? You never know. Is it going to chop? Never know.
Ten seconds.
Here comes the
Order
open.
submitted.
Market
Order
on open
submitted.
imbalance. S&P 500 buy side 13
Order
million.
filled.
Nasdaq
So it
100
hit our
sell
first
side
target.
24
Order
million.
filled.
Dow
It
30
did
buy
the
side
same thing
28
it's been
million.
doing every
Mag 7
day this
sell side
week.
15 million.
First target, reverse, one target. So small profit, small profit. Now you'd still be in the trade if you didn't move your stop to break even. You would be still in the trade. So if it continues down, then I left money on the table. If it's going to fill the gap, the best trade was the Magnet VWAP, right? That was a good trade.
Amazon shares up
We could have
0.8%
taken it, but I
after the
didn't.
company reports in
I'm not
talks to
going to
invest
cry in a
about
corner
$10
over it.
billion in OpenAI. S&P 500
We
opens flat.
tend to
Nasdaq
do,
100
I
up
tend to do the same
0.2%.
breakout every day, and it's been somewhat profitable. It's been good, but all week it's been one position. YM is popping. One
Order
position.
submitted.
So now we're looking for the YM to test the high and break through it. We need it
Order
to
filled.
break through it.
According to the information, OpenAI and Anthropic discussed data deals
Order
with
filled.
biotech
And we
other
got it
companies.
to break through. So that was a beautiful use of the magnet. Beautiful use of the magnet targets.
That was just added news.
Targets,
What happened last
okay?
night again with Amazon shares being up the
NQ
market.
looks like it's pushing to the long side.
Order submitted.
I'll take a little scalp. Oh, it's going to get me. It's going to get me.
Order filled.
It got me. All right. YM.
Oracle shares fall
Burst
2.6%
through.
after
Great use of the
report company
target.
10 billion Michigan data center in limbo after Blue
Great
Owl
use of
funding
the
tool
target.
stalk.
So we have a half an hour until the oil room. Half an hour. YM went even further than the 10 ticks. Went further than the 10 ticks.
The
And
S&P
I
say
should
wage
know
growth
better
seen weakening to
on taking a
1.3% in
scalp
2026
against, well,
from
no, it wasn't
1.6%
really.
2025.
It was a little bit against the squeeze. It wasn't a great signal. It wasn't a great signal. I still think it's going to test the high. I think the NQ is going to test the high with a
Order
stop below the
submitted.
VWAP. Let's see if we can get it to at least go somewhere. If it breaks the VWAP, then I deserve to get stopped. But the YM burst up pretty nicely. This will be my last shot. I don't know that there's enough power to the
According to China
upside.
Ministry,
I
China's
just don't
foreign
think
minister
there's
spoke to
enough power.
Venezuela counterpart. Warner
It's
Brothers
bullish,
Discovery shares
but
down 1.1%
it's
after the
not
company turns
pushing.
down Paramount Skydance hostile bid.
So the YM was a very, very nice magnet. Very nice magnet.
China's foreign minister says China opposes all unilateral bullying behavior.
And you can turn off. So the YM magnet right now is over.
Netflix shares up 2.6% after the Warner Bros. Discovery rejects Paramount Skydance hostile bid. And China's foreign minister says
Now there
supports all
might be
countries in defending their own sovereignty and national dignity.
an aftershock reversal squeeze, and the MNQ is just not giving us what we need to the upside. It's just not pushing. It's just not pushing. It's just not pushing. Nah, not gonna work.
Paramount Skydance shares down
No, and look at
4.3%.
the squeeze. It really burst. It really burst against me to the downside. So it's too bad. Too bad. Can't get a break.
US listed
Can't
shares of
get a
lithium
break
miners rise as
on the
lithium prices
NQ
surge in China after
this
local
morning.
authorities announced plan to revoke
Order
mining
filled.
licenses.
All right.
Standard
Can't
lithium
get
up
that break.
5.3%.
But I don't need the breakout on the NQ. Now, no signal yet on the YM. No signal. Squeeze is still pushing up. It is holding, right now the MNQ, no, it was holding the VWAP and now it's not. Now you have to decide, do you have a magnet to the low side? I don't know. It's too close. It's in the middle of both ranges. It's in the middle of both. It can go anywhere. It's really, really hard to tell what direction it's going to go. That's the truth. It does look like it's pushing down. The question is, do you want to risk it to the short side?
Order submitted. Order submitted.
And it froze. Trail. I don't enjoy frozen orders when all I'm doing is moving an order. That really, really bugs me. You get scared to move an order. It's not right.
Seeing some downside movement in the S&P 500 off the back of the open.
Trying to see if it'll test the low. That's the area of interest. See if it'll test the low without getting too, I don't want to get too close.
Order
I got
filled.
too close. So we got about $100 back, $80 back on that scalp. And then it changed direction. It almost looked like it wanted to keep going. It may still want to keep going. But it does, you are going to get these changes in direction. plenty of times, plenty of times. Let's take a look at the YM magnet before I close out the YouTube stream. Still a possibility to test that low on the NQ, MNQ. It's still pushing. It's still pushing. What do you think? I don't feel like chasing again, though. I just don't feel like chasing it again. If it breaks the 6 p.m. open, that's a pretty strong level. That's a pretty strong level. It broke the VWAP. YM, it finally did give now my YM, I didn't have it turned on, so I didn't get my signal. There it is. I forgot to turn the YM on. We did get an aftershock reversal signal, but it's an incorrect signal according to my signal rules. It should have been 2 bars later. However, the update I'm waiting for from the programmer is supposedly fixing that. It is supposedly fixing that. I'm really going to be aggravated if the NQ goes to the low of the day without me. But I don't want to chase it. Now it's done all of that hard work. It went up. The place to buy it was above 60 to sell. And it's really just chopping around for 2.5 minutes. It's been chopping. But I think it's going to break that level and then go test
Nvidia
the low.
shares hit 3-week low, last down 2%.
Here it goes. It's going to do it without me, unfortunately. Now I'm aggravated. Now I'm aggravated. The PP is calling. I'm tempted, but I don't like to chase, right? I gave up all the profit. It's there. We left it behind. There's still a lot of profit to go, but it's got to work hard, doubly hard now. It had a big sell-off, and it's still hanging around that 6 p.m. open. Still hanging around. Now you've got a reversal signal. That's kind of why I didn't want to chase it, but this is not an easy scalp, folks. You need a big stop if you're going to take that scalp. You need a big stop. It's a lot of chopping candles. They're pretty big candles. I think it's going to do it, but you got to be willing to give up another 200 in micros. And you got to be willing to buy it on a nice big fat green candle, to sell it on a big fat green candle, not to chase it right here. Chasing it right here is your lower quality entry. Your better entry obviously was way up there when it was scaring you to enter. And the squeeze did go against us for a couple of bars. But now the magnet gets stronger and stronger. Sometimes you just have to have faith in your conviction and your analysis. And big stops, a nice big fat stop. It's doing it. So, I mean, look, there's still profit here, but so now you're getting your change, a little bit of a change in direction. The question is it real? The volume is not higher. It's pretty much a tiny bit higher, but overall volume is similar. It should still go test that low.
Order submitted.
But you have to have a decent sized stop. So let's see if we get a test of the VWAP with a stop above the 6 p.m. open. Really, your stop has to be above all of that consolidation and all of those pops up. That's where it's got to be. And now, if you get the move down to test the low, you should get a profit. It's close to the low. You got the VWAP pulling a little bit. It should get there. It should get there. But it's nothing is guaranteed. So I saw a video online, a futures trader who said the best way to make big, big money is to add to your winners. The biggest failure of futures traders is they don't add to their winners. That's their biggest failure. So I was going to take a break, but I guess we're going to stick around for the oil room. Hey, I want to thank everybody for watching us on YouTube. Thanks for joining us. Hit the like button. All right. Hit the like button if you enjoyed what you saw here today. And we'll stream tomorrow as well. So I'll see everybody on YouTube tomorrow. Thanks for joining us.